I think that they were fair. I can understand why some people would be offended by what she said because they interpreted it as her comparing them to FedEx packages. But in reality, I think she was criticizing the federal government and its inability to track people coming across the border. Well, a country is defined by its borders, so I think you have to secure the border, number one. America and the people here have a right to know who's coming in and out of the country. So I think securing the border would have to be the first thing, and then after you do that, find a way to expedite the process for people to come here and work, because there is such a demand for people to come here and work in this country. Well, there's two sides to every story, so I can completely sympathize with them, and they definitely do contribute to the economy. I mean, every day you can see them out on construction sites. You see Hispanic people and immigrants working their hearts out every day. So I definitely think they contribute. You do have to appreciate what it does to the American workers who miss out on jobs. There is a lot of unemployment in the country, and so there is an instance of them driving down wages because you have a lot of companies that would rather pay under the table lower than minimum wage salaries to illegal immigrant workers than to American workers. Have a lot of immigrants that come to this country and succeed, and the ones that typically do are already able to speak English. They can assimilate better into the culture, have more an understanding of the history. So when you have a lot of people that come across the border illegally and it's undocumented, and a lot of them aren't even literate in Spanish, for instance, it's a drain on the economy. You have school systems that are overburdened because they have to deal with children that cannot speak English, and it slows down children who are American citizens that are here legally, and so it's not fair net. It helps, I think, to secure the border and know who's coming in here and making sure that they, are going to have a good time, are going to be able to have a fair time in the country. Completely support what Trump said. He wants to secure the border, and I think that because he's not just a typical politician who's usually got special interests, that they answer to, I think that he's on a mission. He doesn't have to do this. He's already a rich, successful businessman. I really think he's doing this to help make the country great. And I think securing the border is a really important thing to do, so I would support him in that aspect. And my friend who's an electrician, he works out on a job site, and they've got one of their managers there. He came here legally from Central America. I forget if it was El Salvador or Guatemala, but he came here legally. He speaks English, and he says one of the most infuriating things is having people there that came here legally that don't speak English. It really impedes him on the job site, and he finds it unfair. And I think that Trump's message resonates with a lot of Hispanic people in the country too.